I thought I'd found the love of my life, a mature, successful man who treated me like a queen. But when his ex-wife showed up at my door with tears in her eyes, my perfect world came crashing down forever. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm 28, and this is the most painful story of my life. A story I need to tell so no other woman goes through what I did. If you've ever fallen for someone a lot older, please stick around to the end, because what I discovered might save you from making the same mistake. It all started 2 years ago. I was working as a waitress at a fancy downtown restaurant. It was a tough job, but I needed the money to pay for nursing school. One night, he came in, Richard, 58 years old, perfectly coiffed gray hair, an expensive suit, and a smile that made my knees weak. He owned 3 restaurants and was clearly loaded. At first, I thought he was just being nice. He'd leave huge tips, always asked for my section, and we'd talk for hours after the restaurant emptied out. He'd tell me about his trips, his businesses. He made me feel special. After 3 months, he asked for my number. 2 weeks later, we were officially dating. My friends said he was my sugar daddy. But I knew it was real love. He showed me every single day. Richard introduced me to his world: dinners at pricey steakhouses, trips to the best beaches, designer clothes. It was like a fairy tale. And the best part, he respected me, valued me, and never pressured me for anything. But there was something odd. Richard never talked about his past. I knew he'd been married and had an adult daughter, but whenever I asked questions, he'd change the subject. The past is the past. My love, he would always say, all that matters is you and our future together. And I, like a silly, lovesick fool, believed him. One day, while I was tidying up his house, I found a photo tucked away in a drawer. It was him with a beautiful woman and a little girl. They were all smiling. They looked so happy. When I asked him about it, he got furious. I told you I don't want to talk about the past. Sophia, if you can't respect that, maybe we're not meant for each other. That night, he bought me a diamond necklace as an apology. I thought, everyone has past trauma. Maybe his ex hurt him a lot. And I decided never to ask again. Months passed and we decided to get married. It was a small, intimate wedding, but I noticed something weird. None of his old friends were there. Only people he'd met in the last few years. Where are all your lifelong friends? I asked. People change, babe. I'd rather surround myself with new people, like you, who make me happy. Our honeymoon was perfect. 2 weeks in Europe, 5-star hotels, constant attention. I thought, I'm the luckiest woman in the world. I found a man who truly loves me. Everything changed one Thursday afternoon. I was home, studying for a final, when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I saw a woman in her 50s, elegant but with eyes red from crying. Are you Sophia? She asked with a shaky voice. Richard's new wife? I nodded, confused. And who are you? I'm Sarah, his ex, and I need to talk to you urgently. My first instinct was to slam the door. Richard had warned me his ex was troubled and that if she ever showed up, I should just ignore her. But something in her eyes, that genuine desperation, made me hesitate. Please, she begged. I know Richard told you horrible things about me, but there's something you need to know. Something that can save you before it's too late. And then she said something that sent a chill down my spine. I'm not his ex-wife. I'm still married to him. If this story is hitting you hard, like it's so more women can see it, my world came crashing down. That's impossible, I said. We got married 6 months ago. I saw the divorce papers. Sarah pulled out her phone and showed me a photo. Her and Richard at a restaurant last week. Sophia, listen to me, she said, taking my hands. Richard never divorced me. The papers he showed you are fake. Technically, your marriage isn't valid. He's a professional scam artist. But that wasn't the worst part. Sarah told me the whole truth. Richard had done this before, 3 times. 3 times. He would seduce young women, marry them with fake documents, convince them to put properties or money in his name, and then disappear. The first was Ashley, 25, Sarah explained. She lost her life savings. Then Maria, 30, lost her apartment. Then Claire, 28, He almost bankrupted her. And now you. My blood ran cold. I remembered that 2 months ago, Richard had suggested I use my small condo as collateral for a surefire business venture. I had signed papers without reading them carefully because I trusted him completely. That night, when Richard got home, I was waiting for him with all the papers Sarah had given me. The look of panic on his face gave him away immediately. Sophia, honey, what is this? Did you listen to that crazy woman? She's just jealous. She can't stand that. I'm happy with you. But it was too late. I had seen too much evidence. It's over, Richard. I know the whole truth. I'm going to a lawyer first thing in the morning. He tried to hug me, to beg, to promise me that this time would be different. But for the first time in 2 years, I saw right through his lies. The next few months were the hardest of my life. Sarah helped me press legal charges. I managed to get my condo back by a hair, but I lost all my savings. Richard disappeared from town, probably looking for his next victim. It was devastating to discover that everything had been a lie. The love, the attention, the promises, all of it calculated. But it was also liberating. Sarah and I became friends. I even met Ashley and Maria. We had all been through the same thing. You know what I learned? That real love isn't based on expensive gifts or grand promises. Real love is transparency. It's sharing your past without fear. It's introducing you to all their friends and family. If you're with someone who avoids talking about their past, who has no old friends, who appeared in your life as a prince, charming, too good to be true, please do some digging. Do it for yourself. Today, I'm 30. I finished my nursing degree, and I'm in a healthy relationship with someone my own age who knows me completely. The age gap wasn't the problem. The lie was, if this story spoke to you, if you know someone who might be going through something similar, share this video. Maybe you can save another woman from going through this hell. Tell me in the comments, have you ever had a gut feeling about someone that turned out to be right? What red flags should we look for in a relationship? Remember to subscribe for more real stories like this, because talking about our experiences makes all of us stronger. See you in the next video.